The Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl, defeating the New England Patriots by the score of 29-13. Not surprised that Seattle won. The public thought that Seattle would be able to win, but boy, you know what really stood out to me is strong defense from Seattle and from New England, and the speed coming off the edge for Seattle, from the linebackers to the secondary, getting in there on the blitz and getting home quickly. I was just amazed, and it was awe-inspiring to watch that defense for Seattle get it done. And also New England the same way. You know, Drake May had his problems, obviously, because that pass rush was too much. But Sam Darnold had a hard time completing passes for the first 2-3 quarters of this game because he kept underthrowing receivers because the pressure was just amazing. So, again, it was not fireworks in the sky offensively, obviously, but you just knew that it was going to be a defensive struggle, and it was. That's why I took the under in this game. It was no surprise that this is the way the game went. But Seattle had enough to be able to score against New England. We finally got some scoring in the fourth quarter. But, man, when I read, oh, it's boring game, boring Super Bowl, we talked about it all week, that this was going to be the under, and the under cashed. And we knew that both teams were great defensively. As a football fan, I'm talking about me, I can appreciate offense, special teams, defense, all of it. Because sometimes it's just not going to be, 48-47 offensively. I don't necessarily have to watch the fly of the ball to really enjoy football. Those two defenses were getting after it, to the point where, as a Bears fan, if you're a Bears fan, you know what you need. If you believe in Caleb Williams and you believe in the offense, defensively, you need some speed coming off the ball. Speed, whether it's the defensive line, whether it's the linebackers, whether it's someone you bring up in coverage from the secondary position. Man, I really enjoyed what I saw there from Seattle, for the most part, on what they did defensively. So I just thought that was great. So leave your thoughts below. Listen, no surprise that there wasn't a ton of points scored until the end. But Seattle deserves its flowers. They were dominant a lot. It makes you think, if the Bears got past the Rams, it was Bears and Seahawks. Oh boy, that would be very difficult for the Bears to take on that kind of defense, that kind of dominance on both sides of the football in Seattle, especially on the defensive side. Oh, and the Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny. If you watch LA in Space, Lawrence Atkins, the LA of LA in Space, said, and you go back in the archives and check it out, Under the Hood with Jonathan Hood said it perfectly. We have so many different cultures in this country that it's not just about one culture. It's not about my culture, your culture. It's about just a melting pot of so many different people and so many different cultures. Diversity is not just based on just one race. We're all diverse. We all have different backgrounds. And if it comes to a halftime show and someone wants to show what their culture is all about, I'm all for it. Actually, for me, when I watch concerts and I watch the Super Bowl halftime shows, I'm just amazed at how fast they can put it together. Like, I can't say like I'm like the number one Bad Bunny fan, but the one thing I do appreciate is how they put it all together. It's a football field, and all of a sudden staging comes out there, and it's like all the people have to be in place. And I'm really enamored by the lights and the fireworks and the timing of all of it, because it's just one shot, it's just one take. When you do the Super Bowl, it's not just like a movie, 2, 3, 4 different takes and do-overs and stuff. You got to do it right for the first time. The microphones, the audio, the videos, all got to be working in concert. And I'm always impressed by that. But I think that LA said it right. Like, it doesn't matter if you're not with the music. For me, it's about all of it. The pageantry of it, that there's a halftime show. And I just thought that every year, I think it knocks it out of the park every year. It's not about whether or not I like the music. It's just about just the pageantry of it and how the fans get into it. And, it can be background noise or you can watch it. But either way, I'm just amazed at how quickly, and I saw something on social about how they were just rushing the staging together and making sure everything's together. Like, you only have a few minutes for that. But one thing about the Super Bowl, this game was not the greatest game that we've ever seen. But one thing for sure, as a Bears fan, I look forward to the upcoming season, because watching those two defenses, I know what the Bears need.